Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Today is Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yes, 23rd Sunday. So after a long time, probably 2 or 3 weeks, we gave a gap due to some various reasons. I couldn't take class on Sundays. Now, Gita we were discussing, 4th chapter. Towards the end, last 2 or 3 shlokas remained. And if we complete them, the 4th chapter comes to an end and we can proceed to the 5th chapter. Okay. So there he told, Agnyascha Shraddadhanascha, 40th shloka, 40, 41, 42. So last 3 shlokas, let us say. Agnyascha Shraddadhanascha, samshayathma vinashyati, nayam lokosti na paro na sukham samshayatmanaha. So, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas sanyatendriyaha. This is a very beautiful shloka. In the 39th shloka, the right method, right means for jnana. Shraddhavan. One is a Shraddha. Shraddha is not being prejudiced, being open-minded. So, openness means what? Showing the possible, accepting the possibility, a deeper possibility, a potentiality. See, this is a very interesting thing. When you believe or accept some potentiality, some deeper possibility, higher possibility, then your mind works in that direction and goes and discovers it. If your mind is closed, a closed mind cannot see, cannot find. Because even if you see accidentally, the closed mind will refuse to see. Because the human mind has got a very peculiar nature. It can be closed, it can be open. It can be prejudiced. It can be so conditioned, brainwashed. It can be conditioned so much that the things that are so possible also it doesn't believe. It believes what is impossible, it believes. What is possible, it doesn't believe. Or what is visible, it doesn't accept. But if your mind is conditioned with certain things, you accept only that and you reject what is visible, what is directly seen in front of you. So the mind can be twisted, mind can be conditioned to see totally different things. So this is the nature, human nature, and some people use this human weakness, whether we call weakness or nature. I feel it is a nature alone. If you abuse it, it becomes weakness. If you use it properly, it becomes a strength. So it's just a human nature. Human nature means it is a nature of the mind in your evolution at certain stage. When your mind is growing, at certain stage, this is how it has to be natural to anybody. Nothing wrong with it. It is natural. Only thing is, if you get conditioned, you are only blocking yourself, blocking the further progress. So there are 2 levels. Some people reject the possibility, but one side of the heart of the mind, they keep their mind open. Superficially, they reject. But still a corner of the mind, a bottom of mind, there is little openness. Okay? See the 2 levels of mind. At one level, oh, you reject it, dismiss it. But another level, your mind is little open. If something happens, some event happens, something is discussed and explained, earlier you rejected that idea. But when he explained it differently, when he argued it, presented it properly, oh, you start accepting. Is it like that? Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, yes, let me accept it. So some people at one level dismiss it, but in a deeper level of the heart, there is a part of openness that it is willing to accept. So this is one people, one kind of people. But other kind of people, they are both inside, outside, totally blocked. Inside, outside, totally hardcore people. Because the mind, due to insecurity, due to prejudice, or due to various reasons, you have been cheated. Supposing you have been cheated by people, those who are trustworthy people like your own teacher, your own parents, your husband or wife or children or somebody, you have been cheated. You have trusted the people and they have cheated you so much that you have been highly damaged, deeply hurt. Such person again trusting others becomes very difficult. See, these are the various reasons. If you see that more than once you have been cheated, then your mind starts doubting it may not be true. So all this is depending upon our earlier life, how we lived. But some people, this can't be generalized. Some people, in spite of being cheated 10 times, still they believe. See, these are all varieties of minds. All minds can't be generalized. So I think in India we can say that we can't generalize. People are of different nature. We can only see people's personal problems, personal frustrations, personally cheated, only thing. But in certain religions, they brainwash uniformly all kinds of people. You can see some kind of a uniformity. Because those religions or those ideologies make everybody in a uniform pattern. More or less they will be of the same mind, similar mind. If you see the Muslims, there may be little openness, little difference, but more or less they are all broadly one. They are just one type alone. Christians broadly one type. Communists broadly one type. Even Hindus also broadly one type. That one type is of a different type. Because they are too gullible. All one type. However hardcore, the most atheist, still he is gullible because the typical Hindu gullibility. Anywhere you find it. The most hardcore, most clever fellow, most atheistic, logical thinker. Even he has got a certain gullibility at certain corner of his mind, because that is the thing we have been taught. Nothing we accept categorically either reject or accept, because even if you argue against it, still a part of mind accepts it, still a part of mind keeps open. Therefore, mostly this closed mind is a brainwashing. I think if you keep the human nature, nobody is so closed-minded unless you are brainwashed. Certain ideologies, certain religions condition you. In fact, they are terribly anti-human. These religions are not only anti-Hindu. Anti-Hindu, we are not worried. It is an anti-human. It is an anti-human mind. Anti-thinking. That is real danger. They are enemies of humanity. These three ideologies. So, Hinduism goes by the human nature. We have got all good and bad and people of different nature, different levels. People are of different levels, atheistic, theistic, even in religious of different levels, because people have been growing. People have been growing spiritually at their own level. We allow the people of different levels and people of different levels, we allow them. They grow at different levels. Some people are highly advanced spiritually people. Some people are still sadhakas. Some people are still beginners. Some people have not yet begun. So, still we allow. Those who are against Hinduism also we allow. But still, that opposition to Hinduism should be a natural human mind, not a brainwashed ideology of these Abrahamic religions or communist. Once you have a brainwashed ideology, then you are closed. It becomes it will be impossible, because he will be only a stone. Nothing can change him. But if it is a human weakness, if you are conditioned due to human nature, that natural human conditioning we allow, because the same human mind has got openness in its one corner. If he becomes like an atheist, he rejects God and religion, and then what you call spirituality, Vedanta, all these things, doesn't matter. He may makes fun of us, he criticizes us, we just don't mind it. We laugh at them and leave them. But the time is not same. Time heals. Life teaches. Because the life experiences themselves are God. Life experiences, without naming God, life experiences will teach you. They themselves, this is how Hinduism believed it. Even if he doesn't come to Vedanta and Swamijis, doesn't matter. Let him be sincere. This is what we say. Let him not be conditioned by these three. Two religion, one communist. As long as he is not conditioned by Islam, Christianity and communist, even if he is an atheist, against Hinduism, critical of Hinduism, doesn't matter. We leave him. He lives. The life itself changes him. He keeps on watching, observing, living good and bad and painful experience, pleasant experiences, goes through a lot of experiences. Gradually he comes to openness. He understands the problem in being prejudiced. How the prejudice itself blocks your life. It doesn't allow you freedom. The biggest jail, imprisonment is your own prejudice, your own brainwashed conditioning. The biggest imprisonment. The external imprisonment is not imprisonment. The external jail, government's jail, is not a jail. The conditioning of the mind is the biggest jail. We call jail in India. Jail. So that is the biggest jail. Therefore, Indians have given lot of freedom. See, they gave restrictions in social life. Respect others. Don't disturb others. Give freedom to their thinking, their ideology, their everything. You have a freedom in your thinking, because if you are closed and conditioned, that is a bigger jail. Therefore, in Hindu society, Hindu culture, or Hindu atmosphere, wherever, even in Europe and America, wherever this Hindu thinking, by Hindu I mean that line of thinking, okay? Wherever there is a basic essential freedom. But regarding society, you have to follow the law. You have to follow the law, you have to follow the dharma, respect others, you have to obey. The basic dharma you must follow. There alone we impose people. The family dharma, individual dharma, social dharma. There government imposes, society imposes, expects you to follow the law. You can't ignore people. You can't disrespect people. You have to respect. But when it comes to thinking, hold any view. If you have a views against Veda, criticize. We allow you to express. You express. We listen. We listen to you. You can talk against us, Vedanta, against Bhagavad Gita, against Veda. We listen to you. But don't execute it, start what you call like a destroying people, killing people, and not allowing the people to read books. Now this you can't allow. This you can't do that. You can express your view. You can think freely. You can express your view. Those who are interested will take. But if you are teaching somebody something, we will also explain to him how your idea is wrong. When you have got a freedom to explain, I will also have freedom to explain to him. But people say that now they ban the books, control the education system like Indian communist and our Indian secularist do. They control the education system, impose. Now this we don't like it. We allow the freedom to think. Let communistic ideas come. But we also have a freedom to criticize it. No, they say, no, you can't criticize. They dominate, control. If you criticize, they'll kill you. Because it is their freedom that only to kill us. You criticize Quran, you criticize, but you can criticize Bhagavad Gita also. And they have been doing it. Even now they have been doing. Many people have been doing it. It is a simple expressing your view. Okay? If simply expressing your view, we allow. Simply expressing views of any view. That's why we have got a great intellectual freedom. But dharma has to be followed. Just as you have a freedom to express your view, others also have a freedom to express his view, reject views, But no brainwashing, conditioning people that, and then taking law into their hands and start killing people, not allowing the people to read books. This is going against dharma. Okay, so this is what Hinduism has been living in thinking. That's why we have got many schools of philosophy. We have got atheists also. As long as it doesn't interfere in social, economic, family and personal life, doesn't kill people, okay, as long as it doesn't kill people, doesn't control, doesn't threaten, abusing police and abusing government and all, threatening, using them, as long as it doesn't do, he has got his own views, he can express his views, okay, because thinking there should be a freedom. And how long you remain in that thinking, life itself will teach us you. Keep watching. Watch the people around, life around. You go through good and bad and all things you keep on. So one day your mind, because the openness is a great asset to the humanity. Whatever views you have the views, but again be open. And keep listen. Life itself is Guru, life itself is God, life itself is everything. Life teaches you. Therefore, we allow the people. People criticize. In fact, there are many people who criticize Bhagavad Gita, criticize Shankaracharya, criticize us. We listen to them patiently. In fact, amusingly, we enjoy, we listen. But we analyze, we think. But if we start thinking and analyzing, they threaten. Now, this is too much. They have got a freedom to impose their views, but we can't criticize. But they criticize. They have got every right to criticize Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads and then everything. But we are not supposed to reply. If they reply, they start threatening us and then do all sorts of things. See. So, in India, even Vivekananda used to say, there is no freedom in Europe to criticize religion or any ideology. Those fellows are mortally afraid. At one place, Vivekananda Swamiji says, they are mortally afraid. They have a freedom to change their job. They have freedom to dress as they like. Their freedom to eat anything they like, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, go anywhere, earn money and do anything, marry anybody, divorce anybody, again marry, again do anything. So in social and economic, they have a freedom. They can do as they like and eat as they like, indulge in any pleasures. Okay. Drink and you go mad and fall on the street, anything they can do. But in religion and philosophy, they are not given freedom. India is totally opposite. We have got a freedom to think. We have got a lot of philosophies, including atheist. We preserve them. We don't ban the book. We don't even burn the book. Even the atheistic books we have. Even Vivekananda told, you criticize Brahmins. He told Vivekananda regarding the Brahmins, one thing their greatness is, you criticize them anything. They never give you a call to kill these people who are criticizing me. Even Vivekananda admits it. Even Vivekananda himself criticized the Brahmanas. And he says, you criticize them any amount. They never give you a call to kill these people who are criticizing us. Say, we never do. Because you criticize. But you also allow us to refute you. We have got a freedom to refute you. You have got, after all, thinking is a good thing. You think. So, but they say, you ban the books. We don't allow you. We threaten you. Now, this is interfering in dharma. So, in normal life, in human life, if a person is too overindulgent, drinking and all those things, because he becomes very harmful person. So, regarding food and behavior, good habits, this is a dharma. This everybody is advised to have a good habits. So, therefore, you are dressing up, behaving in the society, how to do. This is a dharma. Social dharma, family dharma, individual dharma, developing a character and personality. If a person indulges in any antisocial activity, his personality gets disturbed. He gets addicted to bad habits. Then this bad habit person will be disturbed person. A disturbed person will become antisocial, intolerant person. Therefore, we say, to be able to criticize any philosophy, there should be a personality, good personality. Okay? Personality should be good. That's why our people, you create a new philosophy, any philosophy we allow. But to create philosophy, your personality should be good. That's why in India, we look at your personality. In West, the missionaries and the philosophers, their personal life, nobody bothers. They are most wicked fellows in their personal life, murderers, do anything. Still, they write books and people read. But in India, all are saintly people. Their personal life should be very pure and good character. A selfless man, a generous man, helping person. So in personal life should be a good character, a person who has got a japa, meditation, because a person who lives a good life, does japa and meditation, such a person will have a relaxed life, unprejudiced mind, open mind, generous person, interested in the good of the humanity. Okay? This is important. Being in the good of humanity, this is important. Therefore, we always say, if a personal weaknesses, personal egos and frustrations, he will make it into a philosophy and then control the people. So therefore, personality development, good character, good dharma, good behavior, this is dharma. Dharma is common for all, atheist, theist and any school of philosophy, saguna, nirguna, for anybody. Therefore, dharma we insist. So in Hinduism, our Indian society insists on dharma and gives freedom in philosophy and thinking. Okay? In religion and philosophy, you have thinking, freedom. But in dharma, it imposes. Imposes means expects you to follow certain basic thing. But they say you don't allow. You see the Muslims, Christians and communists, they only stay with weapon. We will control, the power comes through barrel. This is the communistic idea. That means if you think differently of different hell, we'll kill you. This is called asuratva. So, they control your thinking. In India, control of thinking is not there. You have freedom to think, express your views, teach others. We will also teach others. But don't control the people and kill them. Okay? So that is inhuman. Where a creative, first thing is, see, the character and personality, good behavior makes you a creative thinker. A creative thinker because you become unprejudiced. A creative thinker. That's why we want education means don't fill the brains of children with ideologies. Okay? Don't fill the children's brains with ideology or any religious ideology or any economic and political ideology like capitalism, communism and all that. Okay? All these are political economic ideologies. So don't fill up the children with these ideologies. First build up good character, a healthy personality. Because a healthy personality with a sense control, with a good nature and respecting people and also being interested in the humanity, this good personality, dharma, is a basic character and personality, makes a person creative thinker. Okay? A creative thinker, then he starts capable of thinking ideologies and siddhantas and philosophy and religion. Okay? So for us, religion has two levels. One is a personality development, dharma religion and philosophy religion. Religion level of, one is a dharma level of religion, that is a karma yoga. And another level of religion is the philosophy and deeper thinking, searching and finding out the truth. So we have a two level of religion. One is a dharma level. But when we say religion, I mean in Hindu sense. The word religion is English word. It comes from Europe. Their religion means a dogma, brainwashing, conditioning, ideology. I don't mean in that sense. In Hinduism, when you take Hinduism as a religion, we have got two levels. One is a karma level is personality development, good character, dharma. You live a peacefully relaxed life, good life. So this develops you into a very creative personality. You watch things, try to understand life, different aspects of life. Maybe science, economics, politics, or even spirituality, but should be basically creative. The creativity is scuttled. You become one-sided. Because all this one-sided comes from your deformed personality, egoistic personality, anger, frustration, brainwashed fellow, hatred, intolerance. Now you divide the people. Islam divides the people into two, believers and non-believers, momins and kafirs, that's all. Once you brand them, now there are no good people in kafirs at all. All kafirs are wicked and villain people. Once you say kafir, kill them, that's all. Exploit them. Once you brand them negatively, then everything is bad. Then all moments can never be bad. Even if he kills and murders, still he should be defended. Then come to Christianity. There also all believers are good people because they believe in Jesus. All non-believers are wicked people. Just because you believe something, you follow some ideology, you become wicked. Now good and bad of a person is decided based upon an ideology. Then communist also. They all are comrades, are good people. So all people do not believe in communist, they brand them as a capitalist. Recently I found somebody calling me capitalist. Now anybody who doesn't believe him, doesn't follow him, is a capitalist. So this is a dividing the people and branding the people as capitalists. But we see capitalist, communist, both are in the same boat. We feel neither. We believe in basic humanity, dharma, good of the humanity. So this is they have got, so each fellow, they have got one exclusive ideology, and that ideology based upon certain. Karl Marx wrote something based upon certain situation and certain period. Later it continues the same. They keep on seeing the oppression where it doesn't exist, because Karl Marx told it is oppression. Bible told that they are infidels, they are unbelievers. Now therefore wherever you go, you start seeing them unbelievers. Then the Quran told that they are the kafirs, unbelievers. Wherever you go, you see them, you impose unbelievers on them. But they are of different people. No, you don't look at the ground realities. You don't look at the society. You don't look at the people. You already brand them, impose ideas on them. I have to talk this because today's shloka talks of this alone. Samshayathma vinashyati. I have to talk this because today's shloka, Bhagavad Gita shloka, talks of this. Our Bhagavad Gitas, our Shastras have got a highly, deeply creative ideas. Unfortunately, our Shastras are not applied to the present thinking. The present modern civilizational ideas or new ideas are coming. People say Hindus are unable to think. Our Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and our Shastras have got a high thoughts, deep thoughts. Thing is, these ideas are more applied to a spiritual context, but they are not applied to the social, human life and the worldly life. They have been applied. That's because of our foreign rule, long foreign rule. We lived, therefore we have been slaves and we didn't apply. But you see them, Bhagavad Gita gives you the basic creative thinking, the openness of the mind. Look at the facts of life, all kinds of life, all people of all sections of life, poor and rich and educated, illiterate, workers, and then everybody. Look at their life. See them, understand their life with all sympathy to all kinds of people. All over the world, not only India, all over the world. So this creativity is a universal, is coming to the core facts. It is not a brainwash to a particular ideology. So unfortunately, these Bhagavad Gita ideas of Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, we have not applied to the worldly life. So our religion and philosophy has got two levels. One level is build up the personality. Let him be a good person, good-hearted person. First, let him remove his selfishness, his thinking, his behavior, his family, personal life, personal money, personal indulgence, ego, prejudice, hatred, and jealousy. These things cannot make you a good philosopher, good thinker. Because your thinking will be always covered, controlled by your jealousy and your ego. Somebody said something, therefore you will be anti against somebody. Now, this goes on endlessly. You will be hurt somewhere, something happens. and then you start hating people. Then ideology, there are some ideologies and religion. I told you these two religions and then ideologies, capitalism, communism and all these things. They are against somebody. They form a group. Okay. Now they have got their own vested interests, a particular group interest, not the whole human interest, a group interest. Now they create an ideology. Now they follow that ideology. Anybody who differs from the ideology is our enemy. Ideological enemy is their enemy. See? Now this is a highly dangerous to humanity. Okay. Therefore, first, education should not condition people with any ideology, any religious ideology. It should give them basic personality development, good character, good habits, hardworking, caring for people, discipline, responsibility, loving and caring for people, understanding the people in different situation, in different context. Because you brought up in a particular atmosphere, particular context, you would not know other person. Poor and rich people, educated, illiterate, working class and other class, intellectuals, women and men. Men have to understand the woman because they live in a different context, different situation, their life is different. Then women also have to understand men, because this is what your character, your personality, your openness means. You have to understand the people in a different context, different situation. That means you have to become very broad-hearted. This is what expanding your heart is creativity. A good personality, healthy personality, open-minded, a humanistic personality. So dharma means this. But they called brand dharma is a religion. And they say this religion is a capitalist, this religion is supporter of that, supporter of this. That means these themselves fellows are conditioned people. Now they want to declare that he is an enemy. He is a kafir, he is an enemy. Or he is an anti. If you don't accept, if you differ from communist, he brands you as a capitalist. Now he is our enemy. See? Anybody, capitalist also brands communist as an enemy. Okay, communists also have certain good points. But you see, capitalist brands communist as enemy. And he will show only negative points of him. And he will also show only negative points of the other. So, education means first build a good personality. Then the thinking, that creative person can express his ideas in art. See this creativity, first karma yoga or a dharma. Dharma or karma yoga makes you a creative person. That creativity when you apply, that is called bhakti and jnana. When you apply it, that means a probing, searching and going deeply into it. That is jnana yoga. Either you may be an artistic man, a poet, or a what you call Vedantin, or you are trying to find out a solution to life problems, economic, social, or even other any human aspect of life, psychology or anywhere. This is a searching. Searching requires not a Freud. Freud cannot do any psychological research. Freud himself is a mental case. A mental case he imposed all his own personal mental cases in psychology. Freud's psychology is a mental psychology. Okay, is an abnormal psychology. Is a mental psychology because a mental fellow creates it becomes a mental psychology. Therefore, first heal his mentality. Then let him be a healthy person. Then he can discover what depths of human mind. The depths of human mind, he can go into it. Therefore, nowadays, the freedom of thinking which our Western culture talks of, the perverted mind, disturbed mind, angry mind, hateful mind, they say, don't teach meditation, don't teach pranayama, don't teach him relaxing, don't teach good habits and discipline and values, no discipline, no good quality. Whatever anger comes, angry man becomes creative. Frustrated man becomes creative. A hateful man becomes creative. Rebellers. Now, the rebelling is being equated with creativity. Now, every word is abused. What is creativity? Rebelling man is a creative. Man or woman. Anyway, this man is a word we are using commonly. We are used to use. Otherwise, don't take it man as a man alone. It means any human being. So, the rebelling man. Because they say rebelling is creativity. Think differently. If somebody says, this is watch, say that no, this is not watch. This is donkey. This is my creativity. Somebody says this is pen. No, I differ. This is not pen. What is this? This is apple. Because that is my creativity. Just rebelling for sake of rebelling. Opposing for sake of rebelling. Because you give me freedom, I will only destroy you. Why? Because my freedom. Then they say freedom is not freedom unless you abuse it. Now what is it? We do only for abusing. Freedom is freedom only when it is abused. Now these are all Vitandavada. Vitandavada means, I don't know how to translate into English. Vitandavada means, how to say? Cavil? I don't know, cavil we caught it. Perverted thinking anyway, in short. Why this perverted thinking comes? Nowadays, the Western Europe is giving freedom to think. But again, brainwash, two levels. First, it destroys the personality. Makes them more and more oppressors. All these three ideologies, just now I told. Whether capitalism or communism, these are economic ideologies. Or you call them Islam and communism. They oppress people. They make their mind abnormal. And I don't want to discuss this more because it is a different topic. But just one sentence I say and go. They say Hindu society has oppressed the lower class people. I tell you, do you see any lowest class people, even Harijan, an unhealthy man? A mental case. I can show you routinely, commonly, whoever is a kafir, oppressed by Christianity, oppressed by capitalism or communism, they have become mental cases. Do you see any mental case in our Harijans or lowest class people? They have been very healthy people. You see them even now. Go to the Harijans, you can see the sane people, very healthy people, normal people like us. We created a healthy, creative personality. They also have got a folk dancers, folk music, they compose poems, they have songs, they are poets. You see, Janapada Harijans are poets, musicians, they think and write poems. They give lot of artistic pieces, you see, they create. With mud they create art and art. We give them, so art is there, music is there, dances are there. We never controlled their artistic expressions, creative expressions. So they are very healthy people. Okay. So we never created, even in our thousands of years, they say they are Dalits, they are oppressed. You see what this Islam, Christianity, communism or capitalism have done. They have created a terrible, what you call traumas in their mind, generations of traumas in their mind. And they are creating the same fellows, even in India they have created traumas. We never have psychological mental cases. Look at that. Because first, personality development, dharma is important. Then dharma prepares a good personality, a healthy personality. Then you are thinking, you have your ideas in your social idea, economic idea, political idea, any idea will become a creative ideas because they come with a good heart, a sincere heart to try to understand, try to help, try to do something. Not that you are frustrated, you are angry, you have got some deeply hurt. Out of that hurt, an idea comes. If your mind is hurt, there is an ego, there is a frustration, there is an anger, there is a rebel. From that rebelling, anger, frustration, so when your mind is seeking a shelter because it is hurt, outraged, from that outrage comes all that is a pervert. Pervert economics, pervert philosophy, pervert psychology, pervert politics. All these Western ideologies are all, most of them are pervert. Islam, Christianity, communism, capitalism, they are all exclusive out of ego. Egoistic ideologies. Hateful, egoistic, oppressing, taking vengeance, jealousy. That's why in India, karma yoga is first, dharma is first, then jnana yoga comes later. Because basic personality has to be rectified. Therefore, let him have a healthy life. Food healthy. His behavior habits are healthy. His sleeping and waking should be yuktahara viharasya normal. And healthy body, healthy mind. Healthy parents, healthy parentage, wife and husband and children and friends and guru, shishya. Let it be healthy relationship. There are little suffering, we help them how to handle the sufferings. Let it not go deeply into your outrage your heart and make you a deep scar in your mind. If there are scars, we help them to heal and come. First heal them. First help them to understand, to come out of them. Okay, this is where is Karma Yoga and Bhakti. Karma Yoga means Bhakti anyway. Means Bhakti, then you have to say two levels, Karma Yoga Bhakti and Jnana Yoga Bhakti. One is a searching, another is a healing. Healing and building your personality. Another is a searching and finding, going into the depth of it and discovery. Okay. Two things are there. That's why first education, general people, general public, anybody who is not prepared, who is not a saintly person. Saintly is an English word I am using. Take it in Hindu sense. Saintly means these monks and etc. are most pervert fellows. Mental cases alone become monks. So we are not talking of that kind of saints. We are talking of Hindu saints. Okay. So first it should be a good, healthy personality. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. That you send somebody to heaven and hell and believe in Jesus, all these are pervert. The very belief in Jesus is a pervert, is a mental case. Because any ideology belief is a mental case. Any ideology. So we say, best you be a healthy person, a sane person. You can talk to them. You talk to our Harijans, lower class people, Shudras. He may have certain grievances, but still he is a healthy person. He has got a parents, he has got wife and children, he works hard, he wants to earn money and make his life and look after his children. He says he has got some suffering, the person is not paying him salary and some problem is there. He is disturbed, he is worried, but he is not insane. Disturbed, worried is one thing, the worry, disturb is one thing, but insanity and mental case is another. Because that oppression goes deeply into the mind and makes you outraged personality. Rebelling personality, angry, hateful personality. He is worried and disturbed, I can understand. But not a mental case. Because sukha dukkha come in life. All for good people, bad people, sukha dukkha are part of life. But we have got a mechanism of karma yoga, dharma, how to help you, how to heal you, how to come out of our sufferings, our deep hurts. But the hurting has gone so deep into European thinking and these European ideologies, whether economic or religious ideologies. They create a deep trauma into the... In fact, our Shastra says, don't go into a situation consciously where it creates a trauma. Don't go into the situations which creates a deep trauma. Indians have learnt from the Europe, venture anywhere just carelessly. You know, Badrinath is a delicate mountain. Anytime it can rain heavily. It is a risky place. Tell the people, we generally, traditionally you ask our old sadhus in my younger days when I was a brahmachari, before my sannyasa, when I lived in Rishikesh, we would tell the people, Badri Kedar is not meant for everybody. The mountain is a delicate mountain. Anytime landslides, anytime people die. Therefore, don't go unless you are a sadhu and sacrificing, you want to do really sadhana, prepare to die, only go. It's not meant for everybody. It's not an entertainment that every year people go to Badrinath nowadays. Because money is more and then you have nothing else to do. They think it is a picnic spot and you go there and enjoy a few days and come back. This is foolishness. Not only foolishness, it is a dangerous also. Then naturally when heavy rain comes, then what you call landslide happens. Oh, you bring a trauma and come here. You come with a trauma. Then that creates a psychological personality. You start hating, deeply disturbed. This is what happens. Because it's not meant for that. So basically healthy life, good life is important. Therefore, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas sanyatendriya. The three qualities he says. Shraddhavan, tatparaha, sanyatendriya. Shraddhavan, a person should be open-minded. Not a closed mind, nor anti-prejudiced. It means you are against something. Anything you are against, you can't learn, you can't understand. Even if it is wrong, you would not understand how it is wrong, why it is wrong. Even to understand how it is wrong, why it is wrong, again you have to be open and thinking. So, Shraddhavan. Shraddha shows a potentiality, faith in the potentiality, faith in the possibility, the deeper possibility. So, the Shraddhavan. So here the context is a spirituality. So you have a Shraddha in moksha, Shraddha in your deeper growth, in your spiritual growth, that you can discover the truth, you can understand yourself as a Brahma. You are not simply body alone, you are not simple individual alone. There is much deeper truth. So there is a possibility that you can discover. Anybody can discover, you also can, because it is a universal fact. Atma is everybody's Atma is the same. So therefore Shraddhavan. So that Shraddha should always be there. If the mind is prejudiced, it is a suspicious, then you can't do. You can't proceed in the Tattva Vichara. Tatparaha. You have to be consistently doing that self-inquiry and Vichara, meditation. All your life activity should be towards in that direction, one direction. Tatparaha. Committed pursuit for a long time. Samyatendriyaha. Then the discipline of life, values and purity of mind and sense organs. If the basic personality is prejudiced and deeply hurt, it will only see hatred alone. It will only see ego, hatred, frustration, negative things alone it sees. Therefore, basically personality should be healed. It should be a healthy. Therefore, sanyatendriyaha. These three are important. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatparas sanyatendriyaha. Okay. Jnanam labdhva param shantim achirena adhigacchati sat sadhaka. Then Jnanam labdha, he discovers, intuits Atma Tattvam. Then param shantim, the absolute peace of mind, that is the peace of moksha, the happiness of moksha, he gets it. Now, he's telling the obstacles in that. Because this telling Shraddha, Sanyata is okay. But most of the people, because we are what we are, because we live in different atmosphere, different conditions, socio-economic, cultural, religious backgrounds are different, and we bring certain our past karmas also. We have our own life, and then all that problems are there. So each person has to be helped. What are all the possible common weaknesses, common obstacles? In general, he is telling. See, generally Bhagavad Gita talks of certain problems in general. If there are a given problem, then you have to be personally addressed. So since the book is addressing all people, all humanity in general, so there are certain Agnyascha Shraddha Dhanascha Samshayathma Vinashyati. Next 40th shloka. Nayam lokosti na paro na sukham samshayatmanaha. Agnyascha Ashraddha Dhanascha Samshayatma Vinashyati. Agnyascha. An Ajnani who doesn't know the truth, naturally he fails to reach moksha. Vinashyati means not that he is doomed and he goes to hell and all that we don't have the Christian and Islamic thinking. Vinashyati means he will remain where he is, and he further doesn't grow, neither doesn't advance in spirituality. He remains where he is. Vinashyati means he is already there in that lower stage, he will remain there alone. He will not grow spiritually. So Agnyascha, a person who doesn't know the truth. He doesn't know even the sadhana. Knowing means two. Knowing sadhana, knowing karma yoga, knowing values, and also knowing the absolute truth. Ashraddha Dhanascha, a person who is prejudiced and closed mind, a person who doesn't see the possibilities, growth in spiritual growth, a possibility of spiritual growth, he will not proceed. Because you are deep down in your mind, it is suspecting, it is going against it. Your lack of Shraddha. Lack of Shraddha means a lack of belief in possibility. If the mind doesn't believe, it doesn't seem to be possible, then your mind's the thought of impossibility blocks you. It doesn't allow you proceed further. Okay? So Agnyascha Ashraddha Dhanascha Samshayatma Vinashyati. Regarding Samshayatma, he is talking now. Two things he says. Agnya, a person doesn't know. He keeps himself totally ignorant. He doesn't, because life gives you high possibilities. First dharma, then karma yoga, then bhakti and values, then tattva vichara. Human life has got a lot of possibilities. One should never ignore. You can grow, you can learn, you can make your life much happier, much peaceful, much advanced, grown-up person. Okay? So therefore, Keep informed about these things, the facts of human life, not brainwashed. Some people have some ideology, utopia, and they want to mold you, blindly accept it and then work for it. They want to use you as an instrument. I don't know what you call that, pawn in the hands of, as a what you say that? I don't know, this modern language, they use some words. Let me recall. Sipahi they call. They use you as a sipahi for their ideology. Now they don't think. Some of the Pakistani terrorists were arrested. I feel I've got a very curiosity. I talked to Naxalites. I lived with them. 10 years I lived in the communist hall. I shared with a Naxalite the same room. I lived with him. In the same room, 124 hours I lived with him. Police was after him. He came in the late in the night, and then early morning he left. So I'm very curious. I try to learn. I try to see them, their life, their understanding, their sufferings, their problems, what they think. So Pakistani terrorists were arrested. Some newspapers don't cover. They look at only their own punishing angle alone. They don't look at them, their thinking. You interview them, talk to them. They are human beings like us. Talk to them. They have got certain ideas, certain thinking. Good or bad, they have some thinking. Find out. I think I'm good at that. I love to learn their minds and thinking. So wherever I got opportunity, I try to talk to people. So he, then that terrorist was asked one question. I say, don't you know that you are just innocent people, you are killing them? He says, I don't know. Then why are you doing like that? He said, my high command told me he will give me money and I'll kill, that's all. My high command told me I do it. Now what can you talk to the person? So blind followers. He says, my high command, our whatever say, their organization, religious organization, terrorist organization, jihadi organization, they told that they will look after my family, they'll give me a lot of money, and they say you will go to heaven, then therefore I killed the people, and I'll kill. Now this person has become automaton, not a human being. He became a machine. And he just asked them to do and do it. Therefore, first we say, first let him be a good personality, a human being, a thinking person. Okay. Then he will be able to understand the good and bad of the ideology. So, ashraddadhanascha, agnyascha ashraddadhanascha. He has to see that life has got a high possibilities. Learn, grow, live. Life itself is an education medium. Life is a school. Life is a college. You learn many things. Even the economic problem, social problem, religious problem, cultural, they all help you. There is something deeper possibility of human life. All human beings, you and I and everybody. Therefore, Shraddha. Shraddha is the possibility. Believing in the possibility, greater possibility, deeper possibility of life. Life is much more than what we know, what we understand. The life which we know is one small aspect. And that aspect looks too incomplete and then full of problems. And then the life which we know is too small, too limited, too frustrating. But there is a deeper possibility. You grow. First, you become a creative person. Okay? There is an art, there is poetry, there is service, there is understanding, sharing. Sharing, loving, learning, growing, and spiritually discovering. All these things have got a much deeper possibilities. And once you become a creative person, you discover a new joy, new discovery, new strength, new energy, new spiritual energy. You feel that you are one with the cosmos. See, you are no more that old individual. You feel that you are deeply connected with the whole humanity, a deeper connection that expands you, that makes you see as much more than what you think of yourself. That gives you a deeper joy, a deeper happiness, a deeper understanding of yourself. Okay? Therefore, that gives you a great fulfillment. Then there are so many deeper possibilities of human life. What is this? We get stuck with those superficial things. Just little make money and indulge. Okay, money is required and we need food, clothes and job and your medicine and whatever these things, okay. But that's not everything. There is a deeper possibility, greater possibilities. Okay. So samshayathma vinashyati. So one is a person who keeps himself ignorant or brainwashed and conditioned. This brainwashed, conditioned fellow doesn't learn. He reads the book only according to his ideology, doesn't listen to others. And he tells the lie. Lie is one thing. Nowadays, these ideologies, these religions, indulge in telling lies, propaganda. All propaganda is lies, one-sided lies alone. They tell the same lie, repeat 1,000 times and brainwash people. Oh, truth is suffering, biggest suffering. Truth is the biggest sufferer. Truth is the biggest sacrifice. Truth is the sacrifice. Here you say basic thing should be truth. Because any searching requires truthfulness. Okay? That required to be free and open. Therefore, that openness, freedom, that person first develops a good personality, a creative personality, and then goes deeply into it. So, agnyascha ashraddha dhanascha vinashyati. Such people's life goes waste. He can't grow, he can't learn. Samshayathma, suspicious person. This suspicion is another dangerous thing. The modern civilization is creating a rebel, angry, frustration, oppression. All these things are too much of suspicion. You see them in Hindu society. Do you see so much of negative suspicion, hopelessness in our lower caste people? In our lower caste people are also full of enthusiasm. You see them. Even the Harijans are also full of enthusiasm, full of positiveness, openness. We have not conditioned them. We have not created a suspicion, oh, nothing will happen, what can happen, nothing will. That suspicion, suspecting people, treating them hatefully, that we never created. Even our lowest class people have got open mind, positive mind, hopeful mind. The hope and positiveness fills your heart with joy. But these two religions and these two ideologies, capitalistic, communistic, they are not only two, there are many more, I tell you. Just I'm giving example as a capitalism, communism. There are many more ideologies. I can't list them. There are many more. Any utopian ideologies, Islam and Christianity and all this, okay, they create suspicious about somebody. That means a terrible hatred, enemy against somebody. They say that this alone ideology will give you happiness. This alone ideology will solve all problems. All other ideologies are hatred. Now this is a closed mind, suspicion. A person who has got a tremendous, strong suspicion, ingrained suspicion. Suspicion means a negative thinking. An deeply ingrained negativity. A deeply ingrained negativity kills your personality. All possibilities, all openness, it kills you. You become a terrible robot. You will become a terrible robot and you become an instrument in the hands of some ideology. And that ideology uses you to kill people, destroy societies, destroy cultures, civilizations, and temples and books and libraries, everything. Subjugate them, kill them. That's all. All humanity is wiped out. Terrible thing. Because this fellow doesn't know. See, some of the terrorists, you arrest them. They are not convinced why they are killing. They say, High Command told me I'll kill. That's all. Now, this is the people we create. That fellow doesn't know and you can't punish them. If you punish them, he says, oh, he's an innocent man, he doesn't know. He's innocent, but he's a pawn in the hands of an ideology. He doesn't grow, he doesn't learn, doesn't become a sane person. And you retain that insane person and you kill the people. Through him, you destroy a lot of things. Terrible things. This personality is a dangerous thing. This ideology, this thinking, this social life is a dangerous thing. Therefore, samshayathma vinashyati, such a samshayatma, because vinashyati means his life is totally waste. Because nayam lokosti na paro sukham samshayatmanah, such a negative mind has neither a peace and joy in this life nor after death. Next life or next janma, neither he has a peace and joy in this life nor in next life. That means future growth is blocked. Future further growth is blocked because he himself is an unhappy man and he destroys other people's life. Like the jihadis, you see them. They don't allow you to think, don't allow you to grow, no creativity. They destroy every creative piece. No art, no music, no development, nothing. Everything is destroyed. The real creativity is the crux of life. That is spirituality. Creativity, in fact, a spiritual man is a highly creative person. That's why you can see his personality, how a gentle, noble, broad-minded, broad-hearted, understands the people of different levels and different angles, human life from different angles, different levels. Doesn't brand anybody into one corner, into one group or one ideology. What a beauty. Therefore, next shloka, I'll just read out and leave them. Today's talk, time is up. Therefore, yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana sanchinna samshayam atmavantam na karmani nibadhnanti dhananjaya. Therefore, a person who gives up this kind of a negativity, deep-seated negativity, prejudice, he becomes open, disciplined, learning and pursuing. He pursues the truth of life. Such a person, yoga sanyastha karmanam, he becomes a yogi. With that yogic mind, which is a yogic personality. Yogic personality is a creative personality. Whole personality is a gentle, loving, open-minded, not prejudiced or oppressed or outraged personality. Okay? Not angry personality, not hateful personality. Such a yoga sanyastha karmana. With that yogic mind, he enters into deep meditation. Takes up the universal fact, not from any given angle, the total vision. Okay? Comprehensive vision of life. That yoga sanyastha karmanam. Karma sannyasa means transcending karma. Karma sannyasa means what? Not physically giving up. Karma sannyasa means transcending the karma is karma sannyasa. Jnana sanchinna samshayam. Then he discovers that Paramatma Jnanam. All his doubts are cleared. His individuality, jiva bhava, that identification with the body, mind and sense organs are give up. And he comes to that pure consciousness which is one with the whole humanity. He can understand everybody. He can see everybody from his own standpoint. He sees oneness. He sees himself as the Atma existing in everybody's heart. Jnana sanchinna samshayam. Atmavantam. He is a man of self-control. Apramattam. Karmani nanibadhnanti dhananjaya. This shloka needs elaboration. We'll discuss this 41st shloka in the next. I think only 2 shlokas are remaining in 2 or 3 sessions. We are going to conclude this. We are going to complete this 4th chapter. Okay? Today we'll conclude. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tat